Hi everybody, this is Catherine.st-pierre at Physikinaction. If you don't know me too well yet, you'll get to know me real quick. I'm one of those people that are hyperactive and I get bored with stuff really easily. So I always look for some kind of adventure, whether it's racing a car or bungee jumping somewhere or ziplining somewhere else, skydiving, scuba diving, paragliding, doesn't really matter what it is. I usually try to find something interesting. Last year I went to Nepal at this time of year, and I think like in 2 or 3 days from now in a year is when they had the avalanche, and I was supposed to start doing the trek at that point. And anyways, we never made it to the part where there was the avalanche because obviously there was an avalanche. So this year, other than this year was surrogacy. Last year, 2014, was Nepal. 2015 was a surrogacy. I mean, it takes a pretty whack person to be able to do that stuff. And this year, family is not too impressed, but I am. Okay, years of being told. I've been training the ski team, the rugby team, the hockey team. A lot of older people are my clients. And I was never too much into yoga because it's just boring. Okay, it's not because it's not hard. It's definitely hard. But for me, it was boring. But I've done 2 Vipassana meditations. So it's 10 days, 100 hours of meditating in complete silence. So, I mean, if I can do that, and I can do trekking up mountains and things like that, I think I can handle yoga. So this year I decided it's time. It was time for me to take up yoga. And I've tried yoga. Rick Brazzi introduced me to hot yoga in last year in Sutton, and I actually liked it. There was a lot of things that I could already do. There was some things that I definitely couldn't do. Hot yoga was nice because you're in the heat and whatnot. So I really liked it. But taking a yoga certification is 200 hours, and then you have to have practice and this and that. And the courses definitely aren't cheap. So after being told that if I went and got my yoga certification that I would definitely get 5 days a week guaranteed teaching classes, I said, well, you know what? It's worth it. You can make $100 an hour as opposed to what I make here, anywhere between 55 and 75, depending if it's in a consultation or if it's an actual training. So it is worth my time. It is worth my implication because every year I need to do some kind of a course. The year before that, I did Quantum Touch with William, which was totally awesome. I don't practice it much just because I don't have the clientele to do it, but we do it amongst each other. So I just booked a Costa Rica 4-week, 200 hours trip for a yoga certification. So yeah, next summer we're going to do yoga, lots of it. So I had to do some reading up. I will be taking, as soon as I give birth, I'll be taking probably 3 classes of different kinds of yogas for the next 5 months until I'm ready to go. And I have some reading up to do. Obviously, because I'm a trainer, I do have anatomy and all this stuff is down, pretty much down to where it needs to be. But they have recommended stuff to be looked at and whatnot. So, hey, we got a package from Amazon. You ready to see what I got? So this is a book haul for my fun stuff. Okay, I haven't even looked yet. Okay, so we have Heart of Yoga. And I'm not going to say the names because, okay. A lot of them are a little, okay. So we have the Heart of Yoga, Yoga Anatomy. Take all the big ones out first. The Key Poses of Yoga. Perfect Health. Debunk. Should be good. This one's still got plastic. Kundalini Tantra. What kind of yoga is this? These are all the books that they asked to read. Okay. The Gift. Nice paperback. It's really cool. It's like textured. The Yoga Sutra. What was the other one? Oh, Kundalini. Okay, it's Tantra. We're gonna get this stuff. Light on Yoga. My daughter would be like just popping pills right now. She's a book lover. My daughter reads probably 2-3 books a week, like fat ones. And she just got the new Twilight, so she's like freaking out. So yeah. And Tantric Quest. So those are the books that I need to read for the next 6 months. I'm not a quick reader, except this is stuff probably that I know enough of, so I'll be able to read quickly through. And I'm looking forward to getting through. At least I have 4 books that I have to read before I get there. And once I get there, they give me one of the books from the teacher, which is, I don't want to screw up his name, Banyan, B-A-N-Y-A-N, Banyan Gallagher. It's hot, actually. Don't know how old he is, and you're not supposed to drink, have booze, have sex during this retreat, but you know, I'm just teasing. But anyways, however this goes, we have his book to buy and read during that month, and it looks like it's this thick. So hopefully my reading gets a little quicker, that I get a little bit quicker in my reading, and with the practice of different practices, like there's classes in Sutton that I don't know, so I'll try some of those that are a little bit more extreme, and I don't want to do the basic stuff because I know basic 26 poses. I mean, we do them with P90X, and we have it in Charlene's, which one was it? Payo. So there's things that I do know now that I didn't know probably a year and a half ago, and a lot of the stretches that I give my clients are stretches that we learn in school. They're basically the stretches from yoga. They're not poses, but they're definitely stretches. So should be interesting. There's a class being given 500 feet from my house, which should be cool. And I'm going to start that. Usually it's Wednesday mornings, but you see this morning I had a client, so can't go if I have a client. I'm not going to skip out on $55 and pay $15 to learn something. I'll do when I don't have any clients. And there's other classes given in council. They're all different. So the lady that did my inscription said I should definitely try to learn the most different kinds of yogas so that I'm prepared. And this should be a really interesting time. My daughter's a little peeved because it is during the summer. I'm doing July, August. But it is the easiest time. William is with his dad a lot, and he'll be working. He'll be 14, so he'll be working. So he's not going to be missing out on me that much. Our gardens are pretty much up to par when we get around 15th of July, and then they need to be tamed when they arrive near September. So it gives me that little pocket of room to play with. So I don't want to make this video much longer, but this is my next big goal. The down payment's been put. Ow, break my heart, the US dollar is really high right now. So I had to put $2 grand down. It cost me $2,800 Canadian. So there'll be the ticket to pay and the other half. So maybe I'll wait until the dollar drops. The US, not the Canadian. And the elections are this week for the Canadian, and in 2 weeks for the American. Maybe the dollars will flip a bit. So we'll see. If it flips a bit, maybe I'll just do my payment then. So ta-ta for now.